Look at that. It's even Space City in the background now. Like, holy moly. It doesn't get better than that. Come on. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Transport Fever 2 with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful Freeplay countryside where the game just currently decided to get stuck 2 seconds into the episode. We are still out and about around Space City because in the last episode, we worked heavily on setting up the food production out here in Layton, and most crucially, also starting to get the food over and delivered to some places. So we do already have the delivery line set up to the aquarium, and we do also already have some amount of goods coming in from this first farm out here. What we've also got going is this very train line connecting Evesham and the food processing plant. But in that case, we have not set up a line and a train yet. So that is the next thing on the list for us to do today, to actually already go ahead and get food delivered out to Evesham as well. And then we will make sure to go ahead and get some extra food in from this very farm right here. We don't really need it just yet, but we're just looking to already kind of pre-provision for the future there in that case, and make sure that all the materials are flowing in as necessary, so that when this thing goes for the next upgrade in terms of its production level, we already have the materials there. So that's the plan for today. If and when we're done with that, we'll move on to some other good flows probably, and that should hopefully also be quite fun. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And let me also ask you that if you're new around here, if you do happen to enjoy this episode, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. That would really mean an absolute ton. We're still a very small channel, and we've got the big and beautiful goal and dream of 1,000 subscribers, and every single person just always helps so much on that. So thank you so much if you did that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get to naming this line, which will be food from food from Layton, right, to Evesham. Now, it would help if I was able to actually type properly, but there we go. That is that, and then we actually need to go ahead and add the station. So we're going to go start out here in Space City East, which is interesting because it's technically even like Layton food processing facility, but who really cares? And then we're going to go get that over there to Evesham transfer. Now, what we will need out in Evesham definitely is going to be a little bit of a food delivery system. So we'll have to go and get like a cargo platform thingy going, and some trucks that actually go and deliver the food out. For the time being though, we'll first things first get a train underway, and the question is kind of sort of which sort of train, how long and everything. We've got actually quite the significant supply need right there. I mean, 86 already going to kind of out demand our production capacity, I guess, which is fine, which is totally good because that makes our factory level up and actually makes the factory use all the stuff from this farm. But what that means is that we probably need to provision a rather large train, because first things first, there is a good bit of an incline in this. I mean, you can see this goes into a tunnel, but it only really goes into a tunnel because it's like really quite the strong incline up here, and the slope just can't keep up as far as I remember. Well, on top of that, it's also kind of nice to not have anything in the way here of any future train lines or the street, but in any case, the incline is quite big. It's a long train line, so we'll need something quite potent in terms of power. And we will also need a rather long train, to be honest, in order to make those 85 work, just due to the distance. So I'm tending to say we go for this one, just due to the added 5 kilometers an hour, first things first, over the crocodile, which on average is going to give us a good bit of a speed advantage with these gondolas that can only go 80. That's why I'm saying 80 kilometers an hour. On top of that, it's really quite nice in terms of power and tractive effort. I mean, sure, we've got this, but it's like, not really a cargo train still. And I know we're using it for oil, but like, really? I know we've got this, which is just way too expensive to maintain. I think this is a good middle ground, to be honest. At the end of the day, we've got 87 million, so honestly, we're making so much profit. As much as I'm liking to squeeze out every little last bit of profit, we're quite set. 46 million earnings. Is that this year? I'm not sure. I actually kind of want to see before we buy this now, to be quite honest with you. Jesus Christ. So, if you exclude all the investments that we have made in this half year thus far, right? This is only for half a year, because we were only in August. If you exclude all the investments, which is like 30 million that we've already spent, we have made 62 million bucks in half a year. I think we can live with that, right? It's crazy. I don't even know what to do with all this money anymore. But anyways, hopefully we'll have a billion at some point. Why not? But let me go and actually get this stuff going now. So, we want to go get the AE4-7. 4/7 rather. Now, then we go and add a good bunch of golden lust to this thing, and I feel like we probably don't want to have anything less than like 152 capacity. I also feel like that's probably not even going to be sufficient, but we will find out now when we send that thing onto the train tracks. What has happened here? Did I accidentally rename something without noticing, guys? Somebody been screaming at me for this? We will need to check that out in a second, I guess. But let me go to food, Leighton Evesham. We're going to assign that to this, and then we're going to have a quick look at what that is before we forget. Oh, great. A random train line. Is that this? No. I mean, it doesn't have any stations, so I'm just going to assume that's not really there for anything. Maybe it was and we forgot to add the stations, in which case, please go ahead and scream at me down below in the comments to go ahead and fix that thing, because I've got no clue anymore. That said, this train's now going to get underway to go ahead and get all that food delivered for us via this beautiful, like, random loop-de-loop that we got constructed last time around. Oh, yes! Just in time for the honk. Good stuff. Oh, look at that! Do you see how it even steers like that, right? You can see how, like, the carriage is kind of tilted inwards in comparison to the rest of the train, right? I love that. It's beautiful. It's great. It's awesome. But yeah, cool. So that's being pulled. Now, where are we at in terms of frequency? Food. Leighton Evesham. 98. We've got the wrong carts. I just wanted to mention that because, you know, I thought it may be relevant that we cannot transport processed food in these gondolas. So that's good. I guess we go and waste some money now because, you know, we have way too much of it anyways. And we will go and do 152 of the same deal in box cars instead, which will actually be able to move that stuff. It's just, okay, it's $23,000 wasted. Oh my god. Right, that's not really that significant. So that's the right cards right now. I'm not quite sure if these have the exact same capacity. Food 98 still. So that's fine for the time being, albeit I do have to say I have the feeling that I'll quite quickly get outscaled when Evesham actually gets growing. So we'll just add another 3 on there for good measure. We were at good speeds anyway, so it should be totally fine, I hope. We can go and check back just to make sure. Still good speeds. Still 80 kilometers an hour and high inclinations, so totally fine. And that's going to go and actually transport that food out for us too, which should be beautiful. Now, the next thing on the list is going to be finding out how in the world we get the food from here to there. Well, the grain, that is, whatever this is. You know, maybe they're murdering some cows here. I don't know. Or horses. Hopefully not. Poor little horses. Anyways, so the plan is to get that through here and over to there. Now, we do currently have these two lines attached in that one, so I guess this one here is meant for the grain. We will see. We will see. It'll just be a little bit of trial and error. So what we'll get started doing is not doing this. We'll get to going by doing that. So just doing a little street here that will allow us to put a cargo terminus station right here. And we'll maybe make it like 120 meters, but we'll make it high-speed train tracks. 120 meters. Just due to the short distance, I think should hopefully be quite fine. I just don't want to make it too long because we do have quite an incline to also take care of here with the train tracks probably. So we'll go and place that there. Don't really need anything more. And then we'll kind of think of how to do this. I would honestly love another mountainous train line. Just, you know, for the fun of it. It doesn't all have to be perfectly beautiful and profitable. Why do that when you could as well just go and waste some money and have some fun doing it? So we're gonna try and do that. And we're gonna go and do that by looping our way around here, basically. Always trying to keep some level of speed, right? And we'll go through here, and we should have a beautiful little bridge out here. And we will definitely keep that made out of stone, because why in the world not? It looks beautiful, right? We're going to do that. So, there goes the bridge, and then we don't have any point to connect to anymore. Then we do. So, the plan being, we'll have that run around the mountain ridge right here, where it will start to carve out the mountain a little bit for us. And then there will be a nice little crossing. This thing's already starting to slope down, so that's nice and beautiful. We'll go right. I know, guys, you know, I know. It doesn't make sense, but sometimes this is a game you just need to have fun, right? So we're going to go just build something cool and beautiful that we just enjoy looking at. You know, taking a train ride on every now and again, like with the other mountainous train line, basically, right? It's the same plan. So this is basically just looping on down again. And then we're going to merge it with that one. It's the plan, I would hope. That is, if we can actually get this far down enough in time. I definitely hope so. Gonna keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Too much slope. But there we go. So it's going to merge here. And then it'll beautifully go into there. And look at that bridge. I mean, come on. You cannot tell me that that does not look beautiful. Who cares about speed when you can build something like that, right? So this is the train. Going right into there. Up on top of the mountain. Across a beautiful little bridge. Oh, we're definitely driving that train in just a second when we actually get that one going, guys. I like that one. I mean, look at these bridges. It's just cool, isn't it? Little carved out mountainsides. Right through the forest and then over the huge bridge into the next tunnel. Oh, this is going to be great. Anyways, before I ramble on too much, we are going to go and get going with that train line as well. We'll get some good old grain delivered out. So, track will go right here with that little railway depot. And we will go and get a new line going, of course, from here to there. And it's going to be called Grain to Food. Oh, what's the other one actually called? Grain Space City 2 to Food Factory, because of course it's already the second thingamajig, the second farm that we're connecting, so that makes some level of sense to me. Now we will have to go and get a little bit of a stronger train going here, just due to the shenanigans I did. You know, of course, we could have done a, like, just tunnel straight through and connected it, and we've been like a quarter of the distance, no incline at all, or at least a lot less incline, and it would have been way more efficient economically, but who cares? We now have a train line through the mountains that actually carries some freight, which I think is quite cool. So we're totally going with that, and we're totally going with this locomotive, because why not just waste some more money and have some fun? So we're going to go add some gondolas. I am not entirely sure how many, but we've got 100 units that we need to transport here, so it's probably quite a lot. This is still excellent. Jesus Christ, that is some acceleration. Or power, rather. Holy moly. Maybe we did overdo it a little bit with the train, but, you know, it's all fun and enjoying things. So, there we go. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's still going to make us more money than we are going to pay for this train line. So, who really cares about the last cents? And there goes our beautiful new train, which will hopefully give us a honkaroo. I'm not sure we've actually got this on any train line yet, to be honest. Oh my god, no honk. Ah! Oh! That was a sick honk, man. That was just... Did you just hear that? That was just beautiful. What do you guys think about that one? I absolutely love that. So, with that said, I am wondering a bit why there's not a single bit of food amassing. Oh, right. Shipment 1 out of 200, so it should be amassing at some point. Just not yet, I guess. That said, before we actually continue and go for a very beautiful train ride in the mountains here, the one thing that I almost forgot about was that we do need to get this stuff here going in Evesham. Because I can really imagine, yeah, you can see all the food is down here, the train station's up there. It's never going to ever get delivered to the proper destinations. So we are going to go and get a little truck stop going, and then we will get a boop boop. Kings Road Evesham bus. You're not supposed to use the cargo stop. Oh, was there a... Did I build over a... Really? Oh no. Ah. Apparently you can't build that. Okay. There we go. Just build it on the other street side. Ah, we almost broke something there. Glad that I heard that very particular and worrying sound. Now we're going to go and get a truck station going up here, pretty much right to where the public transport station is going. That said, we do have a teeny tiny bit of issue here. Guess we do need to quickly elongate that street. And then we go and add this to that. So, boop. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we will go and get a new line going from here to, not there, to there. Is that the right one now? I don't know. We're just going to redo it to make sure. And then we call it Food Delivery Evesham. Beautiful. And now we need to go and get some stuff on the road here, which will be rather easy. I think we'll just get like one of these fancy tarpaulin trucks going for the time being, and then we see. Because honestly, the distance is not all too big, and the demand is not all too great, so I'm hoping that that may already be enough. Nope, that's 55. Okay, we do 2 instead, and then we're good to go. And that should cover us for a little bit at the very least. So with that out of the way then, I think it is time to take a beautiful train ride through the mountains. After I hit the play button. I was a little worried right there. But now, we get to enjoy this view right here, right? We're going to go for the driver's view, everyone. Alright. There we go. Maybe we change that while we go, okay? This is going to be one long tunnel though, isn't it? Hey! Tunnel time, everyone! Do you already see something new? Some special stone anywhere in here? Honestly, though, the fact that we're going this quickly uphill really goes to show just how overkill the train probably is. Because we just left the train station, we're pretty much already at max speed, I would argue. Well, or at least at max speed for that very curve, so that is quite insane. The main question being, though, when in the world do we ever get to see anything other than continuous, oh my god, tunnels? That is beautiful. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Just look at this. I am loving that. Look at all the beautiful pictures we're getting. It's great. It's beautiful. How do I go up in this thing, though? Oh. Hey, tunnel, long time no see. Oh my god. We will get the most beautiful pictures in just a second. Oh, look at that. I am loving this. What do you guys think, honestly? Has this all been worth it? I would say so. Look at that. It's just the most insane view. Like, seriously. Will it get any better than that? I hope you guys understand what I did there. Ooh, hello. It's a beautiful steering wheel you've got there, sir. But I hope you get why we did this, because honestly, look at that. It's even Space City in the background now. Like, holy moly. It doesn't get better than that. Come on. So that's beautiful. I think that is one beautiful and scenic ride now, and I'm very, very happy that we did that. That said, there is new vehicles. Celebrate, rejoice, and be happy that we just spent money on a train that only goes 90 kilometers an hour, and there's now cars that go 120. That is great. That is great, though. The thing that's standing out the most there to me, to be honest, is all the new train cars. We can go do a good bit of a modernization run now on all of our cargo trains to make them a lot more efficient and make them go faster with less cars, because they don't need as many if they move faster, right? On top of that, there was also some new ships that we can probably go and use instead of the ones that we're currently using down here, if I'm not entirely mistaken. So we did use these here previously. We can now use these, which is a lot more capacity for a lot more money as well, admittedly, and only a little more top speed. And even less loading speed. Really? I'm not sure that's quite worth it, to be honest. I mean, these cost like 50% more easily for like 20% more capacity and 10% more speed. Doesn't quite sound all too nice of an approval, but what I'm really, really hyped about most definitely is going to be those train cards. Those are definitely helping us out a lot, I would say, and we're definitely going to get to using them. That said, though, we're already pretty much at the end of today's episode anyways, so I would say that with this beautiful picture of our fancy new train, we can call it here, and we will, in the next episode, go and get back to hopefully modernizing some trains. We will get all the new gondolas and boxcars and everything else onto the trains, wherever we deem it necessary, I guess. Maybe then shorten the trains a little bit, adjust some of the train... well, of the locomotives to, you know, ensure to adapt their speed potential to the potential of the cars, and, you know, just do a little bit of an overhaul and make sure we use the best kind of equipment possible wherever we need it. I think that's quite nice. And, well, then we will go and get back, I would say, to some new goods to be moving around, because with this current set of goods out here, I think we are now pretty much done and good to go, and we will probably get back to upgrading the whole flow a little bit later, but for the time being, I am quite happy with where we're at. So, with that said, let's call it right here. I hope you all very much enjoyed this episode. I hope you all very much like the new train line as well, of course. In my opinion, the views are absolutely stunning, so I am absolutely over the moon with it. I hope you guys are as well. If you are, make sure to smash that like button right down below, of course, for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. With all those things out of the way though, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.